basically, this is where it all started for me. Sports, like sports world, for me, started with baseball. Now that's crazy because if you know anything about me, especially sports history wise, I'm not a baseball guy. I know a little bit about the game, but I don't know a lot about it. And growing up, I didn't play it. But I did play baseball as my first sport. But I'm going to talk about the experience that I had. Right here was the field that we always played at. Robert Boot Walker Field. And this is where it started at, man. We always played on this field. We always played on this field. We always practiced on this field. Now, this is the thing about it. You probably may be saying, well, man, if you started out playing baseball, especially here, why didn't you keep playing? You know, and a lot of people know you got Dixie Youth in Hattiesburg in today's time now. But back then, it was all about playing at Vernon Damon, especially if you was from the projects, if you was from the hood. But here was not only the first sport I played, it was my first real experience with bullying. That's right, Matt Naylor was bullied at one point in time. And I just remember coming out here and I just so happened to be too young to play. But they didn't put none of that into the factors. They didn't worry about none of it. I had coaches that was like, well, he's good enough to play, so let's play him anyway. And it wasn't so bad to be too young. It was just really worse to be too old. But the kids that was older than me and being from the hood, and I think sometimes this comes from a hood mentality because you got kids that bully from every culture. But I really have always understood bullying from our culture, from the African-American culture, from the culture of the hood. And a lot of times it comes from if you bully somebody, you think that makes you better than them. You think that that puts you above them. And what usually it is, if a bully sees that you got the potential to be better than him and he can't understand why he don't like you, then he may end up bullying you. You know what I'm saying? That's usually why they start picking on kids. That's usually why they start trying to talk to them. And, you know, sometimes we think it to do with size and different stuff like that. So they used to try to invoke me to fight and different stuff like that, try to push me into being more like them. You sometimes will always be punished for being different. That's just a sad part about being different in this world, in this day, in this time, in this culture, is that being different is a punished thing. But I want to be able to let kids know, and I want to be able to always let my mentees know, is that you don't have to be a bully, and you don't have to be a person that's being bullied. You want to always tell the right people about what's happening. You want to always stand up for yourself. You don't want to resort to violence if you don't have to. You want to go to the right channels and sources. Like in this situation, tell your coach. If your coach don't do nothing, tell your parent. You know, if your parent don't do nothing, you want to just you want to tell God. Come on, somebody. You want to be able to make sure that you're going through the right channels. I deal sometimes with kids that are being bullied in school. And with the result of that, with being bullied in school, I always try to tell them, keep going up to the chain. Keep going up the chain of the lines and keep going. That's that right now in America, it is going through a very traumatic experience with its people. Latinos, African Americans, Asians, even in some places Caucasians, are going through this racial tension right now that is causing a great amount of bullying because it's being pushed, it's being pressed, it's being pressured, whether it's from our president or political officials to multiple different people, the mindset. But I just want to let everybody know and understand that we have the mental capacity and the passion. We have more power to build than they have to tear down. So even as negativity is a thing that's been growing, and what we call now today is pettiness and internet bullying and social bullying, I want to bring awareness to it, and I want us to be able to talk to our kids. I want us to be able to talk to our mentees, you know, those are our players that we coach, to continue to bring awareness and talk to them about bullying, because it can change your life. Like I said, me playing baseball here, I never did pick up a baseball officially again. I never did play the sport again, and there was people who saw potential in me. There was a difference that I could have made for at least one person within my coach. Never know who all else it could have made a difference for, and what difference it could have made in my life. But there was something that was stolen from me by a traumatic experience. Let's not let anybody else be robbed by these experiences that they go through. Let's make sure we're doing all we can to make sure that every age, every person is able to beat life.